up?
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. No, I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver.
Everything's
Don't see how he
Denver.
could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No, except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do?
What they want is good. What they want is good. I actually disagree with this entirely.
Lucy.
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak
Which I suppose would make this relevant foreshadowing in
On my way,
retrospect.
I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Yeah, I guess in retrospect, this is foreshadowing. Although I don't think they intended it at the time, knowing Ubisoft. Because Ubisoft's writing team really does love to both side stuff. Like with Far Cry 3 and 4 and 5
Please, Desmond. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave.
and 6.
And I can't leave until you're in your room.
And Watch Dogs. It's a very big. I guess it's also not an Ubisoft specific problem. Like it's a problem with a lot of games in general had that problem during this era. Like Bioshock Infinite famously both sides things. Even as far back as System Shock and Thief. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine, whatever. I'm not worried. We weren't going to look at the computer much anyway, I suppose. Ultimately, it doesn't truly matter.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus.
All right, I guess. No use talking to Doc over there. Not that I particularly care what he has to say at this point, so let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Ready when you are.
Use throwing knives to deal with distant enemies.
I trust you're well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Aqqa with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name. that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve
Peace
their
of
goals
Eden.
without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Eris used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens, the perfect soldiers, a perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Acre, known as Sibrand. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
Another rank in a weapon. Defense break. Oh, we can just break their guard. Okay. That's useful. Altair does come back in Revelation specifically, and he's mentioned frequently in Assassin's Creed 2. He becomes a bit of an important figure in Assassin's Creed history, so he does get mentioned a couple times in intervening sequels. I do wish
When you are
I
exposed,
could
throw in
talk
soldiers from roof.
while they were talking, but because the game doesn't have subtitles, I have to stay quiet during these sequences.
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salahadin's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
And you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
All right, duty calls. Thief! You are filth! guess we're going to this middle district as our final location in Damask.
Stop it, please! What have I done wrong? Tell me, please.
I stand before you to deliver
I
a
could have
warning.
been hurt.
Should Richard take Jaffa, there will be no stopping him.
Please, sir.
He will march on Jerusalem next.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining.
When we stop Turin has a chance to begin. Leave now. That city is ours. Has always been ours. And it is our duty to defend it until death. The
Right,
Crusaders
okay.
must be destroyed.
There we go. Let's see if we can find an investigation by syncing up with this viewpoint here.
Waiting. He tempts us always. Be strong. Strong like Saladin. Take up arms.
Strong like Salahadin. And junk. You go, Third Hokage. You tell them about Salahadin. I am very sure that is the Third Hokage from Naruto. Oh, there's one right here.
A few coins. All I ask is for a few coins. No, you don't understand. I have nothing. I'm poor.
I was about to punch her in the face.
Tried to meet him, that these barbar attacks might be avenged.
I think the target's on the rooftop.
Glorious and exalted.
So we're gonna try to talk to them and see.
Leave peasant before I make you.
Shut up. Start Informer Challenge.
Bad news, brother. I killed a Templar this morning. Well, I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Nemair, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look in your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Nemair and get that letter.
Reach the Informer before the time runs out using the rooftops.
My family sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins? A few coins.
A few coins! All I ask is a few coins!
Why would anyone want to do that?
All I ask is a few coins.
Our fathers dwelled in darkness, and their fathers before them. It does not mean we
I'm
must
poor
dwell.
and sick and hungry!
Begin
He's
anew.
going to hurt himself.
Let Jubair
When he
lead
does,
you
I
to
won't help him.
revelation. Let him lead you to the light.
What is that man doing?
Once he was a teacher, a false prophet of their lies. So then the way was made clear to Jubair.
God, so many fucking rooftop guards. There you are. Found you.
Please, somebody help me.
Altair, here, take this. I've
Found
been
you.
looking everywhere for you. Now I can finally return to Masyaf.
Is that Elias
Last
Defexis?
time I offered to do someone a favor.
Is that Edna Jensen I just heard?
Let go of me. I've done nothing wrong.
I think that was. I thought it sounded like Adam Jensen anyway. I might have been wrong.
The shaitan is everywhere.
Might be the first time I've been wrong about stuff.
Waiting. He tempts us always.
He tempts us always.
Strong like Saladin. And take up arms.
Leave peasant before I make you. Your life ends now.
I will catch you.
Oh, I do not bother with the collectibles in this game. This game's collectibles suck shit, so I don't bother with them. But the Templars and the flags both suck balls to collect, so I don't bother. Gotta be kidding me. At least this section of the tower is out of his line of sight. And so is the viewpoint. Good. Oh, here we go. That's a lot of investigations that just popped open. That was a good viewpoint. Holy shit. That was a very good viewpoint.
They go against the will of God. I beg of you, just a I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. No, please don't leave. Just a few coins, please.
Sit on a nearby bench.
Coins.
Okay.
All I ask is for a few coins.
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Illumination?
And they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand.
This is probably some weird cultist shit. Don't worry about it. This probably is some weird Illuminati cultist shit.
Understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
Alright, that's the second piece of information I received.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
Praise be Salahadin for doing the junk and shit and stuff.
They leave horrors in their wake. Saladin rides to meet him. With these barbarous mighty avengers. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, finds favor with us, that he may grant us victory. I stand before you to deliver a warning.
Oh, that's you're not the one.
Oh, there will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin. That city is
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action.
We are on the 7th target.
I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon.
This is the 7th target out of
See
9.
the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then. You will find the one.
Yeah, there are 9
it's
targets total. We're on the
inside
7th one.
madrasa.
So we're on the finale. We're in the final stretch of this game.
They go against the will of God and must be made to pay. Everywhere they ride, they leave only
Stop
suffering in their
touching me, you fucking psycho!
A crusade for what? Ignorance, violence, madness. We must resist. We must fight them in any way we can. Be wary, friend.
Another fucking psychopath. There we go. And now we have our assassination mission unlocked. Just gotta get there. Get back to the Bureau. That wasn't a bad investigation. That was pretty easy. Wasn't for the fucking weirdos, the weirdo drunks and loonies that wanted to shove you all day like fucking punks. Punk ass punks.
Dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that!
Won't anyone help me?
No, no help for you. I have a target to kill.
What have I done wrong?
No help for you. Now tell me about my target.
What news, Altair?
I've learned much about my enemy.
Share what you know then.
Jubair has become obsessed with purging the city of its knowledge.
The most terrible crime. Now I see why Al-Mualim wants you to remove him.
He's using the city scholars to assist him. They go out into the streets, harassing the people and collecting all their written works. I fear he intends to destroy them all.
He must be stopped.
Because as you know, when you burn books, that makes you the good guy. Historically, book burnings were done by the good guys in history. You can't point to a single person who did book burnings and who turned out to be an asshole shitty person. Not one. Ignore all of the evidence of your lying eyes and ears and believe me, the enlightened centrist, to show you the one true path to salvation.
Soon, at the Madrasa Al-Qalasa. It's where I'll go. It's where I'll take his life.
I'll leave you alone to prepare. Bring glory to the Brotherhood.
Hell yeah, bring glory to the Brotherhood and a feather with blood on it.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
We're ready now. Time to begin. Not that far away either. That's a nice little brisk walk.
Dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that!
He's going to hurt himself. Everywhere. Watching. Waiting. He tempts us always. أنت حثالة. I should kill you for that. لست حقير. سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك.
Well, that was close.
He has found the strength that must stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake.
Ladders are a socially acceptable way of getting to the high ground. Shut up and die. I said shut up and die.
Who's responsible for this?
No, you must not trust.
I am responsible for this. Now get out of my fucking way. Losers. Losers and scum fucks. Now recording. Hello? Then load. Oh, do I have to actually go closer? Okay, I have to go down. Okay, I have to go in. I think.
single text in this city must be destroyed.
My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it
Not gonna blend in with these scholars, unfortunately.
How can you accuse these scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept
Well,
their
we
words
can't
without
think about that when the books are
questioning.
burned. You can't think about who wrote the book if the book's on fire.
But if those words speak falsely, as they often do, this is dangerous.
Then you critical think, you moron.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious writings. You do anything for them?
Yes. Yes, of course. Then join them.
This is what good and righteous people do.
Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me?
Yes.
Good. Your orders are simple enough. Go out
Why
into
do the
city,
scholars wield
collect
swords?
any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
This is a good and righteous person. Truly. Well, I guess we just have to kill them all until we get to the right one. Okay, yeah, this is a fun little gimmick.
You've something to say?
They all look alike. So you have to kill them until you find the correct one.
Today is a glorious day. We will at last be free. Purge yourselves of these evil spirits before they control you. Do not think yourself above their corrupting influence. Their words can only...
Your life ends now.
Oh, he's not the right one. He wasn't the right guy. Oh, 5 more to go.
Make room.
5 more to go. See if our intel tells us anything. Okay, nothing useful. So I remember you could read the text and get useful information out of them.
Good people of Damas, you are doing the right thing. Let us cleanse this city of its poisoned past. This is a righteous act, and from the flames shall be born a new era, one of truth and unity.
Got him!
Why?
Second try!
Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. Illness, for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders?
Am I not
Or
so
Saladin
enlightened?
and his men with a sense of righteous fury. Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice.
Somehow I doubt those are the ones you were burning.
It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
You know, we've talked about it repeatedly, but that is it, isn't it? This is very, in hindsight, this is very, and yet you participate society. That's what this sounds like. That's exactly what this sounds like every fucking time I listen to it.